You're listening to the Mobcast Network.
Welcome to My Star Wars Life, a look at news, reviews, and other happenings from a galaxy far, far away. Here are your hosts, Scotty and JD.
Welcome to My Star Wars Life! Woo!
Oh, that's new.
We haven't done this in a while.
I know, but I'm always over there, so this one's already deaf.
I know, right?
This one's now going that way.
I have been planning for like 4 weeks since the last time we did this to do this. I'm excited. I'm your Native American pop culture spirit guide, Scotty. I'm joined by, as always, our Jedi Master.
Hello, I'm JD.
And the man who puts men in the Mendos, the Larry David of Tatooine, Shmi. There's
Denton
one.
Boba
The Denton Boba Fett's crotch. Is not here. I don't know where he's at, so we'll just say he's on assignment.
I think he fell off a mountain in Vancouver. Based on his Facebook this week.
He's been, I don't know where he's at. He's biker scout riding or whatever, speeder bike riding. I don't know what he's doing. Drew, if you're listening, where the fuck are you, man?
Now every time I see him on a bike, I'm just going to make the swoop noise.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Be like, look out for Ewoks, baby.
Yum yum.
But that's okay. We have Padawan Gelman.
General Kenobi.
Hello there.
Oh, God, next week's going to be rough. With all
we will get to it. We will get to it. Hold! Hold!
Stay. The fact that you're not saying stay on target upsets me.
I know. Stay on target. Stay on target. This is a Star Wars podcast.
Yeah. Not Lord of the Rings.
Star Wars podcast. Hold. They have a cave troll.
Fool of a took.
Kayla, we're what, 3 minutes into this, and we just delved into.
Yep.
You've been waiting to deafen me. I've been
Not
waiting
even.
to
We're not
derail.
even. We're not even 3
sorry.
minutes in.
You can. Honestly, I don't blame you if you don't like her. This is the podcast. But if you manage to get through this intro, you can like and subscribe to us on any fine podcast app. Where podcasts live, so do we. We're like the barnacle or the fungus of the podcast world. We're around.
Can we at least? What about a remora? At least those are semi-streamlined. They absolutely suction.
Have you been paying attention to the last 2 minutes? We're not streamlined at all.
I mean, if we're gonna be Star Wars thing, we're the Minox of the.
Yeah, we're the Minox.
We just attach ourselves to other power cells. And
Yeah.
3PO tells us to shoo.
I still
Chew it on the power cords.
that is like the jump scare in Empire. Like,
oh yeah.
huh? What?
Yeah, in a movie that has two.
You think of the Wampa?
The Wampa, which
Yeah.
is not nearly as dramatic.
Not nearly, but 3PO freaks out. I'm freaking out.
But
I'm like, oh,
whoever
my
had
God.
that model just kind of slammed him against against the window. He's just like, let's cover this in goo, and just slam and scare the shit out of Anthony Daniels. Oh my! Shoo!
Yeah, I wonder if
horrible!
the direction before that scene. All right, Anthony, just stay in character.
Just do you.
And go. What?
You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/My Star Wars Life. And if you can see our three smiling faces, we're on youtube.com/YouTube.com/Mobcast Network. I always fuck that up. I don't know why I keep fucking that up. I should write it down, but I don't. I just write YouTube to remind me to say it.
Just say YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube.
they'll find us.
Mobcast Network. Please find us. Couple things. We have like a few things to talk about because we have not met in a month. And really, because the Star Wars news has been lackluster because I think everyone's waiting for Celebration, and we're definitely going to talk about Celebration today because that's next week.
There's a lot.
There's a lot going on, but I want to start on a sad note, and it's just like a Band-Aid.
Like a B flat?
Like a B flat. Or any minor.
Minor, not minor.
Any minor.
Galaxy Quest, close enough to Star Wars.
Star Wars adjacent?
Yeah.
It's Star Trek-y, though.
I know. It's the best Star Trek movie ever made.
Word. We're
Sorry. So serious sad note.
Colin Cantwell passed away yesterday. He was an old fellow, though. Do you know who Colin Cantwell is?
No.
No.
But I am sad that he has passed away.
Colin Cantwell is one of the early designers of the Star Wars ships. So it's him and McCoy. When McCoy does all the first kind of images that we see to help Lucas sell Star Wars, Cantwell's making the model. So he designed the first model that was rejected for the Death Star. He makes the early designs of the Star Destroyers. Then they have giant radar dishes on there. He designs the TIE Fighter. And he's the first one to make them the H's, and they kind of get streamlined after that. Y-Wing, I think, is his as well.
Oh, cool.
And so, and he's been, he model made for 2001 and a couple other things. And so, but he sadly passed. He was at Pensacon a couple of years ago. I got to meet him and got a card signed, and
cool.
He was very lovely. And I think I have an original of his. He had an image of like the original Death Star photo, and it does not look like the Death Star as we know and love.
Okay.
But without him, there's a lot of these, like it's like stepping something. Here's the first pass, and then they kind of build on top of it. So he had a nice little career toward the end of his life, just doing cons. Like that's what you do is like let's celebrate what I've done.
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
Got a chance to do that, and met a lot of fans and got to see how much he was appreciated and being a part of building our childhoods and our universe and stuff. So it's very, very cool. So rest in peace, Colin Cantwell. And if you don't know his work, go Google him. It's got some great stuff out there. I next want to talk about the Variety article. Did you read it?
I didn't read it. I saw the pictures, which is how I read anyway.
JD's like, picture good.
I saw the pictures, and for a flash of a moment, all I wanted to do was recaption it and send it to Drew as saying these are all in Obi Wan. Just so I could hear his Larry David from across the town. Just no. So, but I didn't because I don't have. It's weird. Every time I try to go to these articles, it's like, "Hey, buy our subscription." I'm like, I don't.
No,
wanna.
you could have read this one.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to read. I did not want to read. I didn't want to buy it. I want to buy things.
Well, this was free, so
Okay.
you didn't have to buy it. Caleb read it because Caleb reads everything, and I read it because I'm the host of the show.
See, and I wanted to not read it so I could have how they're going to react while you're reading it live with you.
I like that cover. What do you think?
Oh yeah,
The cover with Ahsoka and Cassian and Obi-Wan. That cover?
Sure, we'll go with that. That is a cover.
Caleb, close up.
Well, I gotta stand up and.
No, I'm
No,
just
no,
kidding.
kidding.
I was just doing a exaggerated Agatha wink.
Yeah. See, this is why I need like a cameraman.
We're working. We'll get in your one.
Yeah.
We're working there. Star Wars: The Rebellion will be televised, so it's mostly about how they decided that Star Wars works better on TV. That's kind of what I got the gist of it. They're like, "Yeah, TV is good for us."
Yeah.
And while there are movies still in the work, Ryan Johnson's has got pushed to the back burner because he's working on. He's got that deal with Amazon, so he's working on the Knives Out universe.
Yeah.
Which is great because I love Knives Out.
Yep.
So I will channel Drew. Yes! All right. Back to me. Oh, sorry. Let me rechannel Drew. Who? Let me rechannel Drew. Who?
Right.
Yeah, there you go. That's more accurate.
But to be fair, I think he likes. I think he likes Knives Out.
I'm just picking on Drew
Yeah.
because he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
Because well, not only is he doing the Knives Out stuff, he also has a deal with Netflix for like 2 movies, 3, something like that.
Something like that.
So I mean, hey,
of course that may fall through because Netflix lost subscribers and cut people and
Yeah.
killed their animation division and they're just
Yeah.
like trying to save money.
but hey, I mean, get that money, get that cheddar.
Right. Get that cheddar. Make that beat. I don't begrudge anyone trying to make some money.
Especially when they're basically giving him a free check to make whatever movies he wants.
Right. So it looks like Taika's next.
Yeah.
Taika's our next.
That makes me happy.
Taika got bumped up because Patty is still kind of working on her Cleopatra film, which she's now only producing.
Yeah.
And then, because she was like, she's trying to clear her schedule for Star Wars, but she's like, okay, I got to just produce Cleopatra now, and then I still got my Wonder Woman 3 film. And so
she's still going to do Wonder Woman 3?
From what I understand, that's still on her
So
schedule.
it's Cleopatra, Wonder Woman 3, then Rogue Squadron?
That's what I understand is the schedule.
So we won't get Rogue Squadron until like 2026.
Yeah, unless she decides to also just produce Wonder Woman, then it might be sooner. But
All right. Wonder Woman's kind of her baby, so I don't know if she'd.
I don't think she would. Yeah, I don't think she would let somebody else do it
weird.
either.
But so Taika's her, and then hers is after that, and then as Ford mentioned, the others have been put on the back burner. And then they want Kevin Feige to do one.
Well,
That would be like an idea that
they
like.
do have a screenwriter at least for
right
that
but
one.
Right, but that one was a weird when I was reading about it. I wasn't quite sure how that played out.
Yeah,
but-
because they have the screenwriter from Multiverse of Madness
right.
working on it.
So maybe it's the World Between Worlds movie.
Maybe that's how they explain why the prequel trilogy doesn't actually happen.
I like the prequel trilogy.
I said sequel, didn't I? I thought I
You said
sequel.
prequel.
You said prequel.
I'm not a sequel.
Oh, see, I thought you were messing with the people that talk about the sequel thing by saying prequel instead.
No, no. I'm just dumb and tired.
Oh, I mean, I thought it was a good joke.
Okay, well, thanks. Then I meant it.
Covering. The shields are down. Then we get like some information on TV stuff. So Obi-Wan's next, of course, and we'll
Right.
talk about that in a little bit. And then the cute thing is that Ewan talks about how he and his wife are both in Star Wars because his wife is doing Ahsoka. And so they have a young son that into Star Wars, and like we're trying to raise him into Star Wars, or he could just rebel against us and become a Star Trek fan. I'm kind of like, I kind of want to see young the boy being like Star Trek.
Right.
He's like,
I didn't know what's her name was in Ahsoka.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
yeah,
Thank
yeah, she's in she's in Ahsoka.
Okay.
I don't know who is she?
Have
they said?
They have not said.
I don't think we'll get Hera. Man, I
I don't
would
think we're gonna get Hera
man,
yet.
I would. Dave, if you're listening.
I would like to see Hera because I also want to see what's up with that monstrosity of a child that her and Kanan had.
My heart hurts.
What's wrong with Jason?
I don't know what's wrong with Jason, but like, there's a ton of Jason haters out there.
Really?
I am just joking and feeding into it.
Right,
I honestly don't care.
I
but
mean, my first reaction was not hate, but confusion because in the Legends books, that wasn't possible.
no, yeah, because in Legends books, it's usually
You
there
would
would get the mother's race usually.
No, there was no interspecies
yeah, you could.
children. Not in the majority of the Legends
Not in the
books.
majority, but I know for sure that Legends did kind of set up
the
that.
Force works in mysterious
Yeah.
ways. So if midichlorians went, sure, here, have a baby, sure. But, like, no, because that was one of the things, there was a whole, I cannot remember what book it is because this is 30
No, you're good.
plus years ago. But, like, there was that whole thing. It was like they couldn't have kids, so they were semi-incomplete.
hmm
Like, that was an arc.
Right.
So it was a theme
Yeah.
through some of the novels. So
But realistically, I would like to see what's up with Jason because, like, I want to see what he becomes like as he gets older.
I've said this before. I will say it again. I will it's like my show is young Poe Dameron, young Jason Sedula, learning being teenage pilots and smugglers and
yeah, and Poe-
ragamuffins and
Yeah, and they could be
roustabouts or whatever.
and I guess they would be almost
Scallywags.
I guess Jason would be like the big brother because Poe, while he's born during the original trilogy, since Jason's born before the original trilogy
I think they're close enough
starts.
in age they could pal around.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not a. I don't understand why they're not best friends, and so like.
yeah.
Yeah. So
because I mean they're both pilots. They're both good. They both. Well, he's a pilot. I assume Jason's going to be a pilot because who his mother is.
Right.
Jason would make a great Corran Horn stand-in.
I think so too. Or they could blow our whole minds and put him in that new show,
Oh, the Grammar Rodeo,
the Grammar Rodeo show.
which that the working title.
Welcome to the article that you didn't read.
Okay.
Yeah, so they announced. So there was already rumors of this show because I had reported on it on my show back when we first heard about
Go
it.
ahead, plug your show.
Escape Reality Star Wars Talk airs on Saturdays live. But we talked about it a month ago, they talked because it came out that working title Grammar Rodeo was out there. We didn't know what it was about. We just knew that it would be a kids show, and that would focus on that. Back then, we thought it was going to be High Republic era, but now the Vanity Fair article has kind of confirmed that it's post-return, and they haven't said anything else beyond that.
Well, I assume that the coda happens post-return too. So
Yeah.
Because right now I think they're really happy in that post-return, that 6 years after that Mandalorian era. I think they're really trying to explore every avenue from that.
And I don't mind that at all because in the new canon we don't have that.
Right. I'm happy with it. So
I'm trying to figure out what Grammar Rodeo means. So.
It's just a working title.
It is a Simpsons reference.
Yep.
Okay.
There's an episode where Bart, Martin, Nelson, and Milhouse play hooky, rent a car, and drive around. And they each tell their parents that they're going to the Grammar Rodeo.
Oh, okay.
And so
it's a runaround.
Right.
Okay.
And so, but it's a show that's going to focus on children. So it's like the Stranger Things of Star Wars. So and then Caleb mentioned to me this morning that it might be Jedi Academy. So
because it fits the timeline, it would fit the type of theme they're going for.
Right. So I mean, if anybody's force sensitive, Jason Sindula is, right.
Right.
Just have a kid with green hair.
Yeah, I mean, but also we also know that the Force doesn't work perfectly biologically either, so
Man, why
it
is
might
he
skip
just-
him.
Man, Caleb there with a monkey wrench. Go, no, you can't be happy.
Why are you
But no,
drawing this
no.
up?
And now a new verb has been born.
Yeah, but we got to be very careful with it. Because if you mess that one up, you're getting canceled.
Yeah. Why are you drewing this up?
Sorry. Funny. He doesn't look Drewish. Spaceballs reference.
Yep.
Reference call.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Maybe the best Star Wars movie.
Oh yeah. I still want the Search for More Money.
We kind of got it in the cartoon series that wasn't very good on IFC, I think.
It was Comedy Central. Actually, no. It was G4 back when G4 was.
Was it G4?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't Comedy Central.
No, it was G4.
I was like,
He looked at you like you were short.
it's like, nope, not gonna happen. That's not right. That does not.
No.
That was my that's my compute face.
that
That
just-
It was G4.
Yeah.
Back when.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
look, I can't.
I knew it was one of those.
Child, no.
I knew it was one of those like type of channels.
Can I get one of those for Drew and surprise him with it on Sunday? Every time he says something stupid.
The problem is, the problem is that I think that's a great idea. The problem is that
Mike.
no, Drew is one of our listeners, and so now where he'll have like an umbrella or something.
Yeah, he'll be ready.
Which will be great. We can use it as a litmus test if he listened to this episode.
He will. He always calls me after he listens to an episode or texts me. So
Well, hope this isn't coming out before tomorrow, right?
no, this will be out. No, this will be out tomorrow, Monday.
But not before 8:30 in the morning?
No, you're right.
Cool. So I can keep my job I have with him tomorrow.
I'm gonna
because
text him
he
right now.
doesn't ask me to come in.
Text Drew. But yeah, so we're getting Grammar Rodeo sometime in the future. So we get Obi Wan next. After that should be Andor.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the summer, so I guess August.
Yeah, I would guess around there too. Yeah, August,
Because
September.
we'll have Mandalorian, November still?
Mandalorian's it looks like it's gonna be December, January.
Yeah.
like that time slot
Yeah.
for it.
Yep.
Okay. And then sometime next year's Ahsoka. The thing that didn't get mentioned was Bad Batch.
I think we're getting it. I think the only reason they didn't mention it is because they're definitely focusing on live action shows.
Absolutely. But I also don't think I had convinced myself that Bad Batch was coming after Obi-Wan, and this may all change Friday because
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out next week. We should find out next week.
Well, Bad Batch is getting its own panel.
Bad Batch has a panel, so we should.
There also may be an issue. Omega might have gotten too old to play the role. And so maybe they're hunting for either a new Omega or a way to make the story age up to her.
Luckily, the actress is in her 20s.
Yeah, so it already.
It was an animation joke.
Yeah. I'm just
They
saying.
can't all be ballers. God. Or any of them, for
Right.
that matter, but whatever.
Sometimes, man. Sometimes.
Whatever.
Just don't try too hard. Just let it go.
I did. I flowed with that one.
Are you? I think you kind of wrote that one. I could see that one in your eyes.
She was like,
oh yeah, this
Give
is
me 1
funny.
second. This
is
would be
funny.
hilarious.
You're high-fiving yourself.
then that's why I messed it up. I smudged the ink.
So I think Bad Batch will be fall now.
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
And that so Obi-Wan to Andor to Bad Batch to Mandalorian season 3.
Mhm.
That's my prediction.
And then Grammar we're not going to see for like
Season
2 more
4.
years.
Is it 4?
No, I mean, yes, but no.
No, god damn it. I have blocked the Book of Boba Fett out of my damn brain. All it was Rancors and awesome and Native American Tusken Raiders. That was all I needed to remember. And then now like, oh yeah, the rest of that shitty stuff.
You got to remember the knee razzle dazzle.
I'm going to slow walk to a meeting. I'll be back in a half hour. Or you're wounded. I'm going to slow walk you to the hospital so we can make you a robot lady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you got him there too fast,
Right? We might be able to save you and you'd be useful.
You'll be fine. You can eat again.
Right. Now we have to plug you in like an iPad.
But maybe it's a. You know what? We're gonna not go that route on that joke.
Yeah,
Because I respect Ming-Na.
Because Ming-Na could kick all our asses.
Yeah.
That's not why, but sure.
I mean,
she probably could, but I
Yeah.
respect her. 'Cause-
Ming-Na could kick all our asses.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's because she can kick my ass.
But yeah, I mean, they didn't talk about any of the animation because we know we're getting Bad Batch season 2. We know we're getting Visions because we're getting.
I don't think we're getting Visions this year, though.
No, and we know that they're doing another show, Tales of the Jedi, which is another anthology show they're doing.
And I thought Filoni had mentioned that they were doing another show. That there's another show in the works. But
Probably.
That's.
I just know Tales of the Jedi is confirmed because it's on their schedule for Celebration.
Right. So, what else are we talking? The fun things about the article outside the Obi-Wan, Ewan talking about his kid, is the guy playing Cassian.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh,
Diego Luna?
Diego
Luna.
Luna. Yeah. Oh man, his interview.
His interview's great, and they're like, they called him up and like, hey, you want to do this? And he's like, really? You're calling me? Okay. And then he's like, crap, they're going to film in London. My whole life's here in Mexico City.
Yeah.
I've got a kid and stuff. What am I going to do? And then he's like, I guess I'm doing this. It's adorable. It's like, I'm into it. And it's supposed to be.
You mean for the show, not the article?
Yeah, for the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like, the show is going to be a prequel, of course, because spoiler
Yeah.
alert.
Yeah.
And it's going to be him as a kid, how he gets into the rebellion, has his whole planet gets destroyed and whatnot. And so it's kind of a Che Guevara kind of story.
Mhm.
It's a revolutionary tale. And
Yeah, because he grew up part of the Separatists first, and
Right.
Then, yeah.
And so I'm kind of like everything I've said. I heard this article. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of into all of this.
Yeah.
So
It was one of those. Do
And
we
like-
need this? But not. Sometimes we get what we.
right.
Yeah.
When they announced it, I was like, who asked for this?
Right.
And like, I guess someone did. And I'm like, I'm kind of like, I'm glad they did.
But you know what? This could also be exactly what some fans need because there is no preconceived notion of what should happen. Right?
Oh.
Or at least there shouldn't be.
Oh, they're gonna bitch.
Yeah, they're gonna.
But like, why you're getting new content about somebody that doesn't really tie in except for the ending,
Right.
So we know where his story goes.
Oh,
Yeah.
they'll bitch because there's some girl doing something.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening to
then I
third.
need Ming-Na to go whip their
Because I mean that's
asses.
that's already what's happening with Moses Ingram, the third sister, and Kenobi. They're
Right.
already.
They're already bitching about it's the girl story, not Obi-Wan's story. And so I'm like, how do you know? It's like somebody had a spoiler. I'm like, well, do you trust it? No, but it could happen.
And even if it does, so what? But
I will.
I would like
admit,
like it to be Kenobi's show. I agree.
Again, I will be annoyed if it's not.
Yeah.
Because I like the Book of Boba Fett.
right.
Yeah.
I'm sold on a show about a guy, and then we get 2 episodes about a guy who's not the guy. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, the old
But if
bait
it
and switch.
Yeah.
but it'd be like really again, Filoni?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're not going to blame Filoni. You know who they're going to blame. And
Oh,
they're already
Deborah Chow.
blaming him. Yeah, Deborah Chow.
Deborah Chow. They're bringing Deborah Chow on this. But that aside, I think it's going to be fine. I'm happy with it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Me too. Friday can't come fast enough.
Word.
And then
Yeah.
my eldest's birthday is Saturday. It's going to be an interesting weekend because they're old.
Are they trying not to do stuff with you? That's what I heard. Because they're
It's not that
17,
they're
right?
Yeah, they turn
17, yeah.
And it's not that they don't want to. It's I didn't put two together. So we also have a big tournament that day
Right.
here at G&G, and I was going to play in it before I had to work.
Right.
And so I was taking Savannah home, and they were like, "That's my birthday." I was like, "Oh yeah, it is. Oh man, that sucks. I won't be able to play in the tournament, but no worries, right? Like, I'd much rather
You're my kid.
You're my
Yep.
kid. What do you want to do?"
Cocaine and hookers.
No. Okay, I don't know, but no.
Dad, be a cool dad. Cocaine and hookers.
So they looked at me when I was like, "Oh well, I don't I don't have to do that." Like
Clearly, I'm not a parent.
yeah, clearly. They looked at me. They were just like, just that weird grin. I was like, "What? I don't care if you play in that tournament. You want to do stuff with your friends, don't you? Yeah." I mean, that's how it was. Like it wasn't. I don't want to do anything. Because
Right.
we'll do a
Yeah.
family dinner.
Yeah.
Right.
At a not on the weekend.
But we all reached that age where we're like,
yeah, but it's-
Where
but
you still want to spend time with your family, but you
yeah,
don't.
but
It's
Sav
not
is- I got super lucky with Sav because they are okay. I don't know if the public knows. Like, so if I were a gremlin and I got wet and had one bubble pop off my back, that's my eldest child.
that is Sav, yeah.
So I
Having
have
known both of you and Sav most of their life.
right. They are mini me.
Right.
And so we will sit there and just talk and BS like I would with my best friends
Right.
until, and that's different than when I have to actually parent. Like, but
Right.
they rarely get in trouble that I'm not that worried about it.
Right.
But no, they will.
You raised them right.
In fact, our friend John, he's got another one of his games he's making.
Yep.
He commissioned Savannah to do the artwork for it.
Nice.
But they and I get to come up with the concepts for these characters, and so we'll sit there for an hour just bouncing ideas back and forth off each other about how a character should look, what they should
Right.
be wearing, what weapon should they have,
Right.
And it's been a blast. It's been just like, and then they go off and draw.
Very cool.
It's great. So, yeah, it's not so much like I don't want to hang out with my parents. It's that specific day my friends are available.
Right.
I want to hang out with my friends for my birthday. We can do stuff on Sunday.
Right.
Oh, okay. Fair.
I remember when you guys had Sav.
Mm-hmm.
I was not in town. I was living in Massachusetts at the time.
Yeah.
That's when I had moved.
Yeah.
And so I come back and like I knew there was issues with the pregnancy, or Danny had had a tough time toward the end or something.
Yeah.
That's what I was told.
Yeah.
And then I had not seen you or heard, and I'm like, do I call him check on this baby or be like, there is no baby?
Right, yeah.
I was like,
I get that.
I was real so I didn't see Sav until like 3 or 4 months in because I was like, I didn't know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not making that call because I know my fucking luck. I just
Right. No, I mean,
it's like we'll never speak again.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Oh, and
You
I-
should have known.
no, it was, preeclampsia,
Yeah.
which is sadly more common than it needs to be.
Right.
And Sav was born at 31 weeks.
Right.
32 weeks, like 2 months early, basically. So spent a month in hospital and then came home.
Oh, that's good.
So.
And Sav, you and me were supposed to go to an audition for a trivia show. We were going to the Bay Bear Stadium.
That's right.
And so I stayed.
Was it Jeopardy?
It wasn't Jeopardy, but it was one of the trivia stuff.
Okay.
And I think it was a news show or whatever. And you and I were going to, because we're hey guys, look, we're kind of good at trivia.
Yeah, a little bit.
So we're both trivia champions. So
I have a ring. It's great.
I have a medal and Player of the Year award,
Nice.
and currently my record's unbroken because they changed formats after I quit. I didn't quit after my time, so my record will stand.
Nice.
But so I was hanging out. We were getting ready that morning, and Sav was up because Sav's like between 12 and 18 months, whatever.
Yeah.
Whenever
they
Crawl.
become super mobile.
we're mobile, and Sav took their very first steps toward me.
Mm-hmm.
No other kid has done that, so I don't have kids, so I'm gonna keep that one.
That's right.
That's why it's important to me, Sav, because I ain't having kids, and so you're the closest thing that will ever like walk to me like, hey, this guy's kind of cool. I will step over to that dude. Because my real nieces and nephews hate me, and like especially at that age, they're all frightened of me, and so it's like, okay, I'll just wait till you get cool. That may be 12 years,
Right.
So
I think it obviously didn't hurt, like because if your nieces and nephews are like Sav's used to me as dad, right?
Right.
We're semi same size,
right,
so they're not intimidated by big people,
right.
So they were just like,
Well,
want a hug.
yeah, it worked out. And then, but like Justina's kids also love me, so
Yeah.
and they've never really been frightened
and
of me.
Justina's this big.
Right. So, and Josh isn't very big either, so it works out.
Just right here.
There you are, Justina.
There you are.
It'd be funny if she just hopped on mic.
Right.
But I think that'd be funny.
What movie didn't you see this week? That's all I know about.
That's true. Obi Wan.
Yay!
It's Friday. 2 episodes.
We're getting 2.
We're getting 2.
Nice.
Because it's supposed to come out Wednesday, and they pumped it to
That's
Friday.
right, that's right,
And
that's
they
right.
said, since we're going to pump it to Friday, we're giving you 2 episodes. So I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
I will probably be, because I'm off Friday. I took Friday off, not for Obi Wan, but
Right.
because of there's a convention I'm going to be at, and so I probably will watch it like at 2 in the morning, because I think that's when it hits us.
I have to close that night here, so I don't even have to come in till 4. So I may do the same.
Yeah, yeah.
But I also know that if I watch it without Danny,
You're dead.
I may die.
Well, you wake her ass up.
But I also know she has to be at work at 7:30 and gets off at 4:30 when I go into work.
Right.
And if she watches it without me, she gonna die. So, and I don't want to wait till midnight.
Caleb, when do you watch these? When do you normally watch these?
I don't think Caleb sleeps.
I don't think Caleb.
Normally when I get up for work.
because he sleeps like a little bit and like makes a TikTok and then goes back to sleep a little bit and makes another TikTok.
I wish I was that good at getting my TikTok content. I need to.
He's working on it. It's like, why don't sleep? I TikTok.
He's an elf. 30-minute trance, and he's good for the day.
Right.
But normally when I get up for work and get ready,
I'm the same way. I have to watch it in the morning before I get to work because I'm on the internet too damn much, and
Yeah.
things will get spoiled.
Yeah. So I may have to make an agreement with Danny. Be like, hey, I gotta watch it this morning. You watch it when you get home, and then we'll figure out a time to watch the rest
when
of
she
them
gets
together.
up before she gets to work, watch it together.
Not if there's what are they? Hour episodes?
You know,
it depends because sometimes they do like the
45s.
little 45s,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's an hour.
Or like the first.
First Mando was 30 minutes or something like that, around there.
But I thought these were going to be longer anyway because they're only 6.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason I'm saying that is we'd have to get up at 2 so she could watch it and then get ready for work.
Wow.
I mean, if they're long enough. So
Or at least watch one with her.
yeah, I want to watch what I can. I just want to watch it.
Or just watch it and not tell her, then watch it again when you watch it. It's like, oh, this is great the first time saying this. Oh, come on, don't lie.
I'm a good actor. I don't know if I'm that good.
You're a
No,
great
I'm just
actor. You're a great actor.
So according to one report, they're going to be about an hour long each.
Yeah.
Sweet. So
Unlike the Stranger Things ones, the Stranger Things ones are like 90 minutes.
I'm down.
They're all like mini movies.
It's because they know it's the last one.
I don't know if it's the last one. I keep hearing there's more seasons coming.
I don't know though, because Netflix says keep canceling their good shows, so I don't know.
This one makes money for them though.
Yeah, but like 11 is no longer 11. She's like 40. Did you see her on like the Tonight Show this week?
I didn't.
She looks like a grown ass 30-year-old.
Well, she's what, 20? 19?
18 or 19.
She is 18.
18.
Yeah, but she like with the way her makeup and her wardrobe, I was like, she looks like as Emma Watson's age. I was like, I feel weird about this,
Right.
Because we watched her grow up, and now
Right.
she's an adult technically, and it's weird.
Legally.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to be that kind of creepy.
I'm just saying, you said technically. I'm like, not legally. She's an adult.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
it's
But-
just odd because she's
yeah.
very pretty. but like, it's that
It's
in my head she's
still
like,
a child.
like Savannah. Savannah's not fin to be 17. They're 6.
Right.
That's how I feel about 11. 11 is still shaved head 10-year-old.
Yeah.
So,
Especially, I just went back and watched some of season 1 the other week. So
anyway,
what you looking forward most about Obi-Wan? What you excited for?
I'm ready for the
predictions.
I'm ready for the soothing voice. this the sweet dulcet tones of Obi-Wan. I don't know. I'm excited I'm excited for Ewan, and I'm excited for Hayden.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for the love that Hayden's been getting in the last month. I'm excited to see them hit the screen together again.
Yeah. I mean, that picture of Hayden from the Vanity Fair article of him swinging the lightsaber with the fan and the tape, that alone, like, it reminded me of a lot of the behind the scenes for Revenge of the Sith. Like, if you watch any of the clips.
Now, do we know, is James Earl Jones
I haven't
doing
heard.
voice?
I haven't heard. The article says if you get, as part of the Vader makeup, if you get James Earl Jones as part, they're talking about Vader and his story, and it's like, it's more than just the suit, the cake, and the James Earl Jones voice.
But if so, are they? If they don't, I would be very interested to see. But he was in Rebels.
Rogue One was the last time he did it.
Yeah.
But he did Rebels voices too.
Yeah, he did Rebels.
So we can't have. I mean, we can. We'll see how well Anakin or Hayden or whoever does a James Earl impression. But like, if they hadn't already used James Earl Jones, they could have used Hayden's voice. But then maybe there's a fight that happens and it messes his modulator up, and that changes it. It's like, oh, well, let's put in this chip. I want to sound cooler.
Or they do what they normally do. I mean, they probably could Frankenstein his lines out of past archive stuff.
True. Yeah.
Or they get Scott Lawrence to do it.
Is that someone that's voiced Vader in the past? That
He's the guy who does Vader when James Earl Jones is unavailable. So he's done it for
most video games.
Merchandise stuff.
Okay.
And his Vader's really, really good. It's like, and I hate this for Tom Kane because Tom Kane just had a stroke this year. But Tom Kane did all of Yoda's stuff. Like, if Frank Oz wouldn't do Yoda, Tom Kane did Yoda for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And so, he also did the ADR for Yoda for the films. And he's also Yoda in the Clone Wars and stuff like that.
Right.
So.
Okay.
But yeah, Scott Lawrence. So I'd be okay with Scott Lawrence too.
Matt Sloan would also be good because he did it for Force Unleashed.
Yeah, Matt Sloan would be good.
And that the I lied is so infamous now from Force Unleashed. But yeah, you could get just about anybody to do that now. But
there's technology is the same. Like, it could be Anakin, like Hayden talking.
Oh, absolutely.
And it comes out as James Earl Jones's voice, right? Like, if they got deep fake on video, they got to have deep fake on audio.
Right. Well, they deep fake Luke's audio and
I just I don't want to take away from Hayden experiencing being Vader,
right,
by taking away his lines.
Yeah.
So my favorite non-James Earl Jones Vader, though, is Brock Peters, and of course Brock's dead too. But Brock Peters in the, you ever listen to the audio plays? Like the audio dramas, the BBC did 3 of them. They did the Holy Trilogy, and they are fantastic because they expand on stuff because they had to because they had so much time to fill. Brock Peters as Vader in that stuff is fascinating. And just great. I'm a big fan of that. But again, Brock died a few years ago. He was in do you know who Brock Peters is?
He was in Soylent Green.
He's also in To Kill a Mockingbird. He's the guy who gets accused of raping.
Ah, okay.
And so that movie's so good. But yeah, Brock Peters would have been great, but of course he's in line. So I'm going with Scott Lawrence. If they can't get James Earl Jones, I'll go with Scott Lawrence.
I'm excited at the potential of seeing Liam, even though we haven't got a confirmation on that, because I feel pretty confident on it.
I think, again, I was going to do it for this week. I'm going to try my hardest this week at work, if I've got a moment, to make us Obi Wan Kenobi bingo cards.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been saying this for a couple.
Yeah,
like,
because I presented the idea
And I
because a
think it's a
couple of my friends have done it.
I think it's a great idea, and so I'll get with you and see what things you want on your cards, and then I'll make them up. But yeah, so seeing Obi, I don't think we see Liam. I think we hear him.
Oh yeah.
I would go
We're
voice
definitely
over-
gonna hit. Definitely gonna hear him for sure. I'd say that's a 90. I put that in the 90.
I feel strong enough to put that on my bingo card.
Seeing him would probably be in the 70s to 60s.
But seeing Force Qui-Gon,
Right.
just Force Ghost Qui-Gon, just what is it?
Because the only problem with
But
seeing
is he talking
him,
to Obi-Wan or Anakin?
I would assume Obi-Wan, because
It
he's
would
teaching
be
Obi-Wan.
Epic if it was both.
Right.
Yeah.
During the duel,
My boys need to stop.
during the duel, and just like Anakin, Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
We're busy, Dad.
The only reason that I would put seeing
He
him,
started it.
yeah, the only reason I would consider putting seeing him lower is because we know canonically he did not finish training to be able to be seen, because Clone Wars sets that up, that he can't be seen as a Force ghost, he can only be heard.
Yeah, but they could change that.
They could change that though.
They've never changed anything. They've never retconned anything. I don't retcon. Why do you think they would start now?
Yeah, Star Wars has never retconned anything at all. Like
anything.
Star Wars,
Leia
also
is-
known as set in Star
yeah,
Wars.
like Leia is totally not Luke's sibling, despite.
the rumors to the contrary. I'm still like, even with the visuals, I'm still all in. The only thing I'm still complaining about is like the Inquisitor's head.
Squishy head.
Oh, and the Inquisitor. Okay,
And I think a good performance can.
right. I will ignore the squishy head. I will. However, I do have a bone to pick.
Uh-oh.
Just a small one, and I understand where he was coming from.
Oh no, I've already had to fight this.
But I think
I know where you're going.
I think it's a bad idea.
And I don't think it was completely a choice on him, but I also don't think we should crap on him for it either.
I'm not just a small bone. I
Yep.
just want to pick at it.
Yep.
Just like
Yep. Go ahead.
The guy who's playing the Inquisitor, get his name for me.
I had it. Hold on.
It just was like, yeah, I'm just doing what's on the script. I'm doing a thing. I didn't go back and look at Rebels. And I'm like, I know you don't want to.
Rupert Friend.
Rupert Friend. It's like,
Oh, is it?
yeah, and I'm like, I get it. I
You
get
mean Great Value Orlando Bloom?
right.
Sorry, Rupert Friend. Please don't hit me with your saber.
No, Ming-Na after you.
We have
or get punched in the face.
we have Orlando Bloom at home.
Don't. Yeah.
Orlando Bloom at home. I never saw him that way. I cannot get that out of my head
Dude,
now.
every time I see his character from the Hitman movie,
Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, that's Orlando. It's not Orlando.
The
but it's Orlando. It's not Orlando.
Is that the? Yeah, that's the second Hitman
Yeah.
film they made.
Yeah, I'm like,
well, the
yay.
first one was Timothy Elephant.
Yeah, the first one's Elephant.
Yep.
And then
that
Orlando
one.
Bloom. Oh,
And
it's
then
not.
Rupert Friend was the second one where they had Spock as the villain.
Like Spock from
Second Spock.
Save the World.
No, like the
Zachary
remake
Quinto.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Zachary Quinto.
From Save the Cheerleader.
Oh yeah,
the
Save the
World.
Cheerleader.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Sorry,
He was the
you're
Batman
right.
Heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heroes.
I just couldn't remember that when I had the line coming out, so I was like, I guess we're
Heroes.
just gonna call it Save the
Yeah.
Cheerleader, Save the
Yeah.
What was his name in that?
That was
Bad guy.
Siler.
Siler. That's what it is.
Here,
'Cause
let me
it-
take your brain.
Yeah. let me figure out how your superpowers work by looking
Look,
at your
I
brain.
apologize for this tangent because the show's known for its laser pointed focus.
What? This show has tangents? Are you? That's like saying Star Wars won't retcon.
First season Heroes, dope as hell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dope as hell.
Oh yeah.
I would even argue second.
Second season's good, not as dope as first season. And then and the problem with the second season is also goes into the writer strike,
Oh yeah.
and so that screws that all up. But damn, yeah, watching Siler eat people's brains for their powers is dope as hell.
I was waiting for you to go, and then third season.
Well,
I didn't even watch it. It was like
third season was okay. Fourth is where it really.
I don't think I would get made it past 2, to be honest. I also hated the dad.
the horn rim glasses.
Yeah.
Oh
I did
yeah.
like him.
Well,
I know
you're not.
supposed
I mean,
to.
you're not. Yeah.
But, like-
you're meant to eventually understand him, but you're not meant to ever like him.
Dick.
And then the dude from This Is Us is in it. And
You mean Sylvester Stallone's kid, not kid?
that's right. It is his kid, not kid.
Milo Ventimiglia.
Yeah. This
That-
Is Us, which is ending this.
That he just can't help but give the every time he talks like Simone because, like, I think he had a stroke as a baby.
I don't mean to laugh at that.
No. Well,
But I will.
I'm super hashtag cancel JD today.
Yeah.
my filter's gone today.
Second season though, I liked they introduced David Anders' character Adam,
Yeah.
and I like him as a villain.
It's been. I literally watched it when it was on. I
Yeah.
did not watch it after that though.
Yeah.
I need to go back and watch it.
I thought about it, but then I'm like, I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
It's like Lost. I've tried to rewatch
Me
Lost
too.
14 times.
Me too.
And I love the first episode's amazing. And then I know where this is going. I don't want to watch it anymore.
Do you know what my favorite fun fact about Lost is?
What's that?
Lost, huge hit for ABC, right?
Mhm.
Because of the pilot was so expensive, because it's basically a motion picture.
Yeah.
It got the head of NBC at the time fired.
Even though it was for ABC?
Yeah. Or did I say NBC? If for
Yeah.
ABC.
Oh, so NBC.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
no, it's ABC. So
ABC,
the head of ABC got fired because
Okay.
of the pilot.
Because it was so expensive?
So expensive.
Yeah.
He spent too much money and
Yep.
they got rid of him. And then it becomes this mega hit, and he's like, I just knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
He's sitting at his home like,
Right.
He's like, I did my job correctly.
This is how it worked. God, Lost was good. But like,
that, but I want to say, for me, that was one of the best openings of anything I'd ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Who is trying to call me?
you don't have friends.
It's Sunday. Oh, it's Josh. I will have to get to him in a minute.
But yeah, I guess let's kind of go back to Kenobi.
How do we have to? A good value,
Great value.
great value.
Yeah.
Orlando Bloom did not go back and watch Rebels because I guess I get it because he doesn't want to I'm not going to do an imitation of
Jason Isaacs.
Jason Isaacs, and 100% respect that. But
And I also don't think.
I was like, there's source material though.
I
There's
also
a
don't.
base.
I also
I mean,
don't
they
think.
did.
I also don't think to a degree that he needs to because those events haven't happened yet.
Yeah, but I'm like,
Whereas
So
if
Obi-Wan
I was
stretches his head out.
like if I was the showrunner, I would make him watch it if the show took place afterwards, but it doesn't make sense anyways because Grand Inquisitor's in the show.
but I I would at least would like to see the
What?
Spoilers for Rebels.
greatest Star Wars show ever. I mean, it's no resistance, but
Nothing is. Godfather couldn't hold a candle
to the resistance.
to the resistance. Anyway.
Ooh, that puts a bad taste. How do you like? Okay, Caleb likes everything. What do you like about? What about?
I thought we've asked him this.
I can't remember. I'm old.
Or
How do you
no-
feel about Resistance?
Or do we?
I personally think the first season is slow up until the finale when they connect
So
it.
far, we're on the same page,
Like they connect it, and then the second season.
and I
is-
like the connection.
And the second season is really where it starts to like get in its groove. And I think if they had one more season, they really could have like.
This is where he loses me.
I think if they had one more season, they could have gotten past like a lot of like they would have found their footing. Because I think season 2 they were finding it, and then because I've noticed with every Star Wars show, the first season is always rough on the
that's
for
just-
the animated shows.
But I mean, that's television in general. Especially when you're
Because
trying
you
to
got to find
introduce
your footing.
Introducing, find your footing, introduce something new.
Because nobody says the first season of Clone Wars is good.
It's not.
I have never run in. I've never found somebody that said the first season of Clone Wars is good.
Caleb, is the first season of Clone Wars good?
No.
Oh, that's one. One.
Like
God damn, I feel like that's a victory for me today.
We should just end it.
That's we're close. This is Scotty saying. I don't know, Caleb. Caleb's like, I don't know if I should laugh or cry. I don't
He's
know.
like, that was an interruption.
Oh, we love Caleb.
We do.
We do. We love
and I would even say the second season's weak for Clone Wars. I would say Clone Wars didn't find its footing till the third season.
third, 3 or 4. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. It
Re-
gets better in 3.
Yeah, Rebels definitely found its footing a little bit faster. Rebels found its footing, I'd say, halfway through season 1.
Yeah, I absolutely agree too. Because the first episode of Rebels, I was not into because I was like, it's the Adventures of Space Aladdin.
Yeah.
Because
he was one jump ahead of the troopers.
absolutely. And then
That dude's got a lightning sword.
and then like the second episode, and I'm counting the two-parter as one episode.
Yeah. So second episode
Is
the droids.
Droids in Distress, and I'm like, oh look, the cameo of 3PO and R2. And then the third one is when they steal the TIE Fighter.
Yeah, the Melu run.
And that is so damn funny. And then it clicks.
Yeah.
It clicks. Oh, this is Firefly.
Yeah.
This is a family story.
Yeah.
This is okay. I'm all in. But it took 3. And then once I was locked in, I was locked in hard.
Yeah.
Still locked in hard. Still my favorite Star Wars.
Yeah. So I think Resistance was closer to like Clone Wars and trying to find its footing, because while it had the Rebels spirit of like a smaller, more encapsulated story, it needed to get bigger.
Right. I struggled with Resistance. I like the idea of the
Aces.
The Aces were cool. They didn't spend time with the other Aces like I thought they were going to.
I feel like they should have, like, especially like Donald as Phazon. Like, needed more Phazon.
I think more of that, but I also liked. I think it was Stephen Stanton doing the former Imperial pilot.
Oh yeah, the Imperial. Oh, the former Imperial was.
I've watched 2 episodes.
But
there's
there's a former,
but they don't show him until like in the middle of it. But
Yeah.
one of the Aces is a former Imperial pilot,
and he's got like the tattoos and everything.
Right, and like he is not a fan of the First Order, and I love like that's a dynamic that I would love to see like go somewhere, but they don't do anything.
And I kind of like the idea of the pirates that are attacking them, I also like
the guy who's running the Colossus. Who puts his 14-year-old daughter out in a spaceship. Going, good luck, defend us. It's like that's a child.
Thanks, Dad.
And she's all into it. Lay! Mom's missing or working for the Resistance or something. You think she's dead? She pops up in second season.
Yeah.
I liked the Nikto who's on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was great. I hated the main guy, Kaz.
Kaz. I feel like Kaz is one of those. It's very similar to those type of characters of you think you're the main character, but really it's everybody else.
Right. He's the Jack Burton of.
Yeah, he's the Jack Burton of Star Wars.
Your boy's in it for a few episodes actually.
Yeah. Well, I know he's in the first one.
No, he comes in. He's in the first season.
He comes in a lot.
Yeah, he shows up in a lot.
Because they got to connect him to the Force Awakens movie and explain like why certain things, and then
he has to come get BB-8. BB-8's in pretty much in the whole first season, and then they switch BB-8 with another BB unit.
Because of course
we've got to
have to have BB back in the movies.
We need him in the movies, so we got to switch him out.
I
really want to like it. Second season doesn't do anything for me.
I kind of like the idea of seeing how the First Order, as a fascist group, could initiate people.
Yeah, but I don't think they really get there. I think they take a lot, like, because I think by the time they got to season 2, they were told this is all they're going to make.
Yeah, so they were trying to wrap up the story.
So there's a lot of, you can see that a lot, like a lot of hurry up, let's get this through this thing. And so it's not really.
And that's why I kind of wish they did get a extension.
Right, and I want to watch it. They had my money.
Yeah.
I got first season Resistance before it was on, before there was Disney Plus.
Yeah, that was Disney XD.
Yeah, but I got through a weird goof or something with Amazon. Mm-hmm. I went to go buy an episode, and it gave me the whole season for the price of an episode. So for like $3, I got the whole season, like the season pass for $3. So I own it.
There you
Amazon.
go.
So thank you, Jeff Bezos.
Do we have any idea what's going on in Mando 3? Yeah, have they done anything? Because I have a question.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because this is how old is Poe? We reckon right now.
6 years after. So we're 6 or 7 years after Jedi.
Yeah.
He's a boy in Jedi. He's a teenager.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out when and with how in real life Pedro and Oscar became just the best of friends, because they're adorable together.
You wanted to see them on screen time would be epic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So could Poe show up?
It would unfortunately have to be probably at this point in the timeline a different actor.
Or they could do a time jump. I thought they were going to do a time jump anyway.
I figured they would anyways, but I don't think we're going to get it because it seems we kind of know what the quest is for season 3. It's go to Mandalore and go and
Take a dip.
take a dip in that pool.
Gotta get that bull. Got to
Take a
you
dip.
get baptized. Find the Holy Spirit of Mandalore.
And
Praise
and
be.
maybe
And
the,
maybe-
maybe the dark saber gets
What a
destroyed.
friend we have in Satine.
Or maybe
I am being very blasphemous today.
Maybe the dark saber gets
my
destroyed
southern-
because that would be
why would you do that?
because the dark saber sucks as the holy grail for Mandalorians. It's kind of destroyed Mandalorian culture more than it's helped it.
Well, I mean,
There's a better artifact in Mandalorian lore that they could
Let me
bring
guess,
from
it was
Legends.
a full Beskar spear.
No, I would.
oops. You know what it is? It's a very, very cute and tiny
Force-sensitive.
Force-sensitive chainmail shirt.
Dude, he's going to be the Mandalore. It's going to take 100 years, but Grogu's
Yeah.
going to be like, falling over when he lifts the saber. But
But apparently, the Mandalorians have no problems following aliens.
no?
Yeah, I mean, to a degree. Technically, the humans are the aliens of Mandalorians. Well, if we go by Legends.
Well, I'm just saying they had Maul.
Yeah,
Maul took over for a minute.
yeah.
And they even.
Well,
putting
they
their
started a
helmets-
civil.
So we're gonna have Mandalorian helmets with like 2 big ears.
Yeah.
Like, because they're following the Grogu. That's gonna be great.
Hey, and
I
then you
am all
could
in.
sell that at the Disney parks because it'd be like selling the mouse ears, but you get the
Yes.
Grogu
I
ears.
am all in.
Why am I not in marketing?
Aren't you kind of here?
I mean, yeah. That's sales though. I don't know. Now it's HR. Just Frank.
But the reason I would think it'd be interesting to get rid of the Darksaber is because then they could maybe introduce Mandalore's mask from Legends, because the Darksaber has strictly mostly been a Vizsla artifact. And usually, if you're not a Vizsla who has it, the Vizslas get really upset that you have it, and nobody follows you from the Vizsla clan. Unless you're Maul. Like, that was the only time.
Because Maul is kind of dope. I'm like, this guy's got a half robot legs and a double-bladed lightsaber. I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas,
And
like...
can crush my throat.
Right.
Yeah.
kind of in.
Whereas like Paz Vizsla is like even if Din does do the baptize, Paz is not going to follow Din.
Yeah, but Pass is kind of a joke anyways.
Yeah,
So,
but I feel like the Darksaber has been more divisive if anything. Whereas, and it's also kind like the problem with the Darksaber is it represents a clan is in charge of the Mandalorians and not just a Mandalore. Whereas the mask has always been whoever puts it on, they give up their clan identity. They are Mandalore. And then that means they're in charge of all Mandalorians, not just their clan. And then, the other Mandalorians.
Okay.
That's just my reading. And they love connecting things to the Old Republic era.
so I guess we'll get. So
This weekend's gonna be interesting for
Yeah.
information.
yeah,
Yeah.
it will be because there's definitely a Mandalorian panel, right?
Yes. So there isn't. I think there's. I can't remember if there's one strictly for it, but I know Thursday is all of the live action shows.
ones. So that'll probably be part of that. Because I'm pretty sure, like,
which we're getting
we may get a
we're getting the Andor trailer more
all right,
than
so
likely.
we're definitely. Two trailers. I would bet my firstborn child on.
Yeah.
I don't have any, so I can do that. Cassian Andor and Bad Batch, right?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that if you're in the Bad Batch audience, you get to see the first episode of this.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do. Because when I saw Rebels season 4, I saw the
Because
first
Bad
episode of
Batch,
Rebels.
because Bad Batch is
Caleb,
getting
you were
its
at that
own
one
panel.
too, weren't you?
I was at the season 4 one. Yeah.
Yeah. Before we knew each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were in the same place. It was nice. I think we get an Ahsoka sizzle reel
Right.
because they just started shooting.
Yeah. It's a little early to.
And so we'll get a sizzle reel with some stuff in it. We may get some cast revealings though.
Yeah, they might start talking about the characters that are going to show up.
And then we might get a Mandalorian teaser. It's shot. It's in post.
Yeah. So we might get a teaser. Yeah.
Yeah.
That might
like a 90-second trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, and then a helmet.
Yeah.
This December.
No,
Easy peasy, done.
They'll show
Easy peasy, beautiful cover girl.
They'll show scenes.
Let's see. Let me look at the schedule again.
Do you know what I would do if I was Disney and
What would-
Favreau and Filoni and all the F words? Farva, I think, Feige,
Feige.
Fennedy, all of them.
Finnick.
I would literally have the trailer for Mandalorian Season 3 just be a shot of Fennec and Boba.
Slow walking to a meeting.
Just to piss off Drew. He's gonna shank me that next week.
Yep.
So you're shooting with him tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Wednesday.
Nope, just tomorrow.
All right. So
It was last Wednesday, tomorrow. I mean, he may hire. Pre-listening to this podcast, he may ask me for some more work, but for now, it is just tomorrow.
Let's
Drew, if you're
see.
listening, he needs more work.
I mean, I'll always take more work. Wednesday was fun and easy. It was hot though. It's hot here in Mobile.
Yeah. So Thursday,
Yeah.
the first show that they've got, which is going to be one of the ones actually broadcast everywhere, is the Lucasfilm Studio Showcase, which is going to have Obi Wan, Andor, and the Mandalorian. We might get some surprises with Ahsoka and other stuff, but
I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be like, here's Rosario Dawson. It's California,
right.
and they're working. I mean, Anaheim's not too far from San Fran. So
yeah. I'm looking to see what other big
why he's
ones.
looking. The other thing I found fascinating about that article was there are 3 volumes in L.A. now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
One in London and one in somewhere else. Vancouver.
Okay.
So 5 volumes now.
So now they
that's
can
what
produce
Drew
so
was
many
all excited
shows so
about.
quickly.
Huh?
Now they can make shows pretty quickly with that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, they were asking Favreau's like, so you can now do these shows in time to make a movie. He goes, no, half the time.
Mm-hmm.
The volumes work so well. So
Wow. That's
I'm
awesome.
surprised they're not. Like, I know it's.
and other people are using them. They're not just
yeah, I was about to
yeah.
say, like, because I would imagine Marvel would really want to use those.
Oh yeah, no, just not like like I said. I mean, Lucasfilm doesn't own all the volumes. The other ones are also brought around. So it's like everybody's gonna start using them. So.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if one pops up in Atlanta. Tyler Perry probably should honestly. Tyler Perry Studio should build one.
Yeah.
So let's see. Oh, so nothing Friday for shows, but Saturday is their Mando Plus, is what they're calling it, where John and Dave will both be talking about what we've already seen, and then they're going to talk about some stuff looking ahead.
So that's where our teaser comes in.
Yep.
That's where we get our teaser.
And then we get
Teaser.
let me see. Let me double check that one's streaming everywhere. I think that is. Yep, that one's streaming. And then they're doing another one that's streaming. That's their Tales of the Jedi for that new animated show.
Right.
Anthology Shorts is how it's described here. That's got Amy Ratcliffe and Dave Filoni. And then we got, man, I wish that one was showing live. Doug Shang is designing the Mandalorian, but yeah.
It may be something that they film and then stream later. They've
Yeah.
done that too.
And then Sunday
Sunday.
is when we're getting Bad Batch Season 2 panel. And that one is going to be streamed, so that's where we're going to get the trailer for
We'll
that.
get the trailer in that. I will sadly miss all of these because I'm
Right.
at a convention.
Yep.
And I have to work.
And I'll be kind of there with you at the convention.
Well, not the whole time. So
Yeah, so.
But you have phones. Therefore, you can
Well,
watch.
but also we're that convention. I don't know how good of a signal.
All
It's a
right.
hotel. I'm pretty sure it
And
has
I
Wi-Fi.
didn't pay $40 for the extra Wi-Fi.
Fair.
I was like,
And then that same day they're doing.
I'm on that Ryan Reynolds plan,
Yeah.
so I get good signal anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
I forgot. Okay.
Yeah, he owns Mint Mobile, baby, or
Yeah.
co-owns Mint Mobile.
that same week, that same day, they're doing the Visions panel where they're going to do a look back. I also think that's when they're going to reveal Season 2. Just my guess. They're doing a screening of Siege of Mandalore. And then that's it.
Cool.
I'm kind of glad I'm not going to this one.
Like, there's a lot
It's-
going on.
Yeah, but it seems light.
it
compared-
does seem like there's a lot if you're
Like
like
a
into
guessing
the
light,
like
too.
if you're into the book stuff like I am, then there's a lot more to it. Like obviously there's a High Republic panel which isn't streaming and that's kind of disappointing.
somebody will record that and put that
Yeah,
on.
I have friends that are going into that one, so I'll get the information from them for sure. And then there's the Star Wars Hunters panel for the new game that they've got coming out soon, which is basically Star Wars version of Overwatch.
Yeah, we saw that. We looked at the trailer.
Yeah. They're going to have a Marvel Star Wars comics panel, Del Rey panel.
Man, the Marvel Star Wars comics are a mess. They're a mess.
Okay.
I've tried. I'm fixing to get Marvel Unlimited because tangent. I have fallen in love with this X-Men podcast called Cerebro.
Okay.
It is a flamboyant gay fella in California, and he's a literary agent. And during the pandemic, he loves X-Men, and he represents apparently a lot of Marvel writers. I found out as I'm listening to. But he's doing a deep dive on like X-Men characters, and he's like 2 seasons in, like almost 100 episodes, and they are fantastic. And so I am like all into this show. I don't even know how I got to this tangent, but I'm like all into this show now. And so I don't know where I was going. I just wanted to mention that.
Okay.
I had a point I was going to make with that, and I forgot where I was at.
Marvel Comics.
Marvel
Comics.
Unlimited.
So thank you. So I'm getting Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah, I've been using that for a while.
Is Star Wars on it?
Yes, and it has even all the old Dark Horse stuff that you can read too.
Cool.
So,
I'm gonna go back because there's like
and honestly, the phone app is a lot cleaner than it used to be.
right.
So
I'm like I said, Wednesday when I get paid is when I'm my splurging my mad money for because you always when you get a paycheck you go this is a little bit of for me and everything else is for everyone, all the bills I got to pay.
Yeah.
But this is for mine, and
Yeah.
so mine is going to spend on the Unlimited so I can catch up on the X-Men stuff I've missed and read some Star Wars stuff. The last thing I read was War of Bounty Hunters, and
and we have differing opinions on it, but yes,
but it's a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah. That's what I hear.
and then
Like okay, real quick. So it has at its core has a great idea.
Right.
So the core of that story is in between the time Fett gets Han and Carbonite and takes him to Jabba, what happens? Yeah. Not only that was solved in Shadows of the Empire, which is no longer canon.
Right.
So they're like, well, we'll do something that we can kind of lean on that and not,
we're not one for one stealing
not
it.
one for one stealing it. And then it gets stolen and ends up in Kira's hands. So I was like, cool, that's interesting to see Kira back with Han, who's frozen in Carbonite. But then they have this weird banquet party with like all these people bidding on it, and like Vader shows up, and it's just like
Because
Yeah, we talked about this on the podcast.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about it again.
I was like, yeah.
I just does Vader seem like a party crasher to you? Like,
Yes. a
yes,
crasher?
yes,
Absolutely
he's
not.
a drama queen.
okay, he kind of is. Okay, I'll buy it.
Does he show up if he's invited? Absolutely not.
I think they were invited.
No,
he still
no.
showed up.
Yeah,
the Empire was invited.
So everybody was invited because Kira's goal is to basically set up a war between all of the fringe groups. That's part of her goal because she wants Crimson Dawn to be at the top, but she also wants the Empire to fail because revealed in the current the sequel set to the War of the Bounty Hunter, Crimson Reign, she was told by Maul that Palpatine's a Sith Lord.
For her, I'd be like, and?
Yeah.
Well, it's
What's
because
that?
well.
It's like a bad Jedi. And?
No, well, except Maul trained her, because Maul likes to gather apprentices, and then
Well, that's what Sith do.
yeah, Maul tends to be like, "Hey, you want to be my apprentice? Cool." Like he literally tries to recruit everybody he comes across.
Ezra.
Ahsoka,
It's because he has that bad example
Like-
from Palpatine.
like he recruited Savage, who died. Then he tries to recruit Ahsoka. That doesn't work out. Then he tries to recruit Ezra,
I mean, he doesn't really try hard to recruit Ahsoka. It's
but
like,
he does.
He's like, hey, join me. She's like, okay. We got to kill Skywalker. Well, wait, what? No, I'm out. And that was it.
He's like, no, you got to join me because everything's gonna burn.
And then everything burned anyway. And he's like,
I told you.
told you. I told you so. I like his version of the hallway scene better than Vader's
Yeah.
in that episode. Yeah, Vader's
I just
hallway
got.
room.
I mean, I told you I just got done rewatching that. So yeah.
Just watching Maul pull off bulkheads and decapitate clone troopers.
Decapitate
with.
clones,
Like,
cut them in half.
Ugh.
Have a door slam on a guy's arm, cutting it off.
Damn. This
This
is
on the Siege of Mandalore episode, right?
Yeah.
The ones around it.
Yeah, the Order 66 episode.
Yeah.
I was making sure I was on the same page.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to have slideshow or Hot Toys action figures of those coming in of Ahsoka and Maul. They've been they're paid for, and I'm just like, ship them to me. And they're like, coming soon. Like, I paid for it, just ship it to me.
Right.
I've also seen some unboxings of some of them, so I'm like, I know they're out there. Ship them to me.
Right.
Just ship them to me. I want them so bad.
You know what would be a good Hasbro Pulse for them to do? Maul in that like Hannibal Lecter device.
Well, see, the sideshow has it. That's why I bought it, because it's got the sarcophagus or whatever. And I'm like, okay, it was like $30 more than the Ahsoka was. And
Right.
I'm
I
like,
mean, but that makes sense. You're
and I-
paying for the little bit of extra.
right, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, because what I'm saying is like, I thought it would be more, but it wasn't. And I'm like, okay, here's $30 for the sarcophagus. I'm all in. So.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I've been waiting for a while, and so I'm hoping they show up soon because we're gonna unbox the shit out of those.
Yeah, because like
And they may just live here during the show.
I'm surprised Hasbro didn't think of that one first, because like that's a good Pulse item.
I am.
But we have also talked about how they've been slacking on their Pulse items lately.
Well, the Rancor sucked, so
Yeah.
there's that.
Does it?
Well, it sucks so bad they didn't make it.
Oh,
yeah,
they did not?
like they
Did
didn't.
not
Yeah,
get
they
funded.
didn't. It
'Cause
was not
it was
funded.
lame. None of the
None of the side items were worth it.
were worth it. And you know me, I'm like, I'll buy it anyway because I have a toy store, and I was
Right.
like, no, I'm not even paying for this bullshit. So, but I did get the Sky Strikers. So I'm getting from GI Joe, so I'm getting
Yeah.
those for the
Nice.
shop. So, but
Yeah.
I might have to consider one of those
I'll hook you up.
because I love the Sky Strikers so much.
It's a good piece. It's a good piece.
Yeah.
I think we're good, right? Until
Yeah.
next week.
Sure.
So we're gonna be back on for Obi Mondays.
Obi-Wan Days.
Obi-Wan Days. I'm sorry, I can.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Awkward, but we'll get there.
once
Yeah.
you get there,
Obi-Wan
it's
Days.
Obi-Wan Days.
Obi-Wan Days. So we'll be there. So that'll be next Monday. For that,
I'm excited.
I am too. We're gonna record late on Sunday, so I have to
I'll break Drew's arm tomorrow to make sure he comes.
I have to come in early. I have to edit early, and the next following Monday's gonna be
You're so sleepy on Monday.
So it will be out Monday. It may not be out like at early Monday, but it'll be out.
It'll be out.
It'll out there before the afternoon.
Monday lasts 24 whole hours. I have faith in you.
Yeah, it'll be there before Tuesday.
Yeah.
It will be out there, and I'll make this. I'll make this guarantee. It'll be out before Tuesday in this time zone.
Nice.
Because I can be like, "What's the last time zone I have on Monday?" And
Greenwich Mean Time.
so it's still Monday somewhere.
That's right.
Monday in the multiverse.
Oh, no.
This is Scotty saying this is our contribution to the multiverse. Go out and make yours, and may the force be with you.
I knew you were going to say that.
This is the way.
I have spoken.